Hi, I'm Teryn and today is another Small Business Saturday video. In this video, I'll be talking to you about how you can manage working your 9 to 5 while also having a side hustle or side business, or even working a part-time job. And more specifically, how I balance my 9 to 5 while working on my business. So having a side hustle or a part-time job is pretty common, especially now. There are many reasons why people need extra money. It might be they are trying to pay off loans, they might be saving up for a house, a car, etc. Or they just might be working in a roller industry where they just don't make as much. Or you might have found your passion and what you're happy about to wake up in the morning and do, and so that's why you wanted to start a business. But remember, you don't always have to monetize your hobbies. To start off with, if you don't have a great work-life balance at your 9 to 5 currently, you will find it extremely difficult to manage a side business. If you don't currently have that now, you definitely need to set boundaries at your job, unless you have a job where it's a necessity for you to be on call or available at all times. It might be helpful for you to make a list of your priorities or things that you enjoy doing that you want to set time for. For me, I prioritize my health and also my sleep. So I want to get a good amount of sleep every night, and I want to make sure that I have enough time to exercise. In order to manage working both jobs effectively, you need to become super organized and focused. It might be tough for people that don't like to be super detail oriented and strict when it comes to the schedule, but it will definitely help you as you try to navigate both jobs. I also think it's super important to set a day aside where you don't do any work for your side business. You need to relax. There should be days where you just chill and don't think about it, don't worry about it. And then there's also times where you just need to make time for yourself and things that you enjoy. So I enjoy reading, hanging out with my friends and family, and just being lazy and watching movies and TV shows. So definitely set aside time for that. If you're like me, you like to watch TV shows, maybe watch your show or your movie during lunch at work. Find ways to make it around your schedule so that you're still enjoying life. Unfortunately, a lot of your nights and weekends will be spent on your side business. For me, I provide goods and services. So the bulk of my work gets done on Saturdays and Sundays. And during the week, I try to get some orders out just so that I'm not super tied down to the weekend. And then also it's important to do whatever prep work that you can. So for me, it might be prepping my patterns, prepping my fabric to be cut, or just working on illustrations. For example, when it comes to my YouTube videos, I try to have a script prepared or even suggest some topics so I can kind of use those to figure out what I'm going to say in my videos. And that really helps me. I try to prepare as much as possible so that when I do get my orders, I'm not rushing and doing things from scratch. So I will put an example of my schedule. So I have a time that I wake up, I exercise, walk my dog, cook, that kind of thing. I know it's not fun to be super detailed and organized and plan out your schedule for the whole day, but when it comes to this, you might have to. After work, I set aside 2 hours to work on my business. And then if there's gonna be a night that I have to stay up past midnight or up super late, I try to make it so there's only one night of that during the week, especially during the work week. And I just wanna say I'm single with no kids, so I don't have any other obligations or requirements that require another life aside from my dog. And that's pretty manageable for me. So I don't want to give advice if I'm not living the same type of life you're living, but I feel like this advice would be helpful to almost anyone. If you can, definitely outsource things. Like if you're not good at marketing, outsource that. If you're not good at customer service, outsource that. Definitely outsource work. However, I'm not a fan of free labor. So if you're unable to pay for outsourced work, don't. Find a way to set aside time and just learn as much as you can. And if you provide a service, like say you provide a service, so for example, one of my services is to do remote styling. Make sure that your intake forms are super detailed so that you don't have to spend as much time during consultations asking a lot of questions that maybe could have been answered beforehand. I feel like you will hear a lot of people saying that you cannot dedicate half your time to your side job and that it will come out in your work. And I don't necessarily believe that to be true, because there are plenty of people that have businesses and run them effectively that still work a 9 to 5, and you would never know. To sum up this video, make sure that your 9 to 5 has a great work-life balance. Be organized and detailed. Prioritize things for your business as well as things for yourself. And then to also make sure that you just have time to relax. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know in the comments what you do to personally help balance working your 9 to 5 with your side job. Please remember to like, share, subscribe, and comment for more videos. Thank you again.